Good morning, Elevation Health friends and family. Coming to you live from the Actor Studio here. And we want to talk about anti-aging this morning. How many of you are registered for the upcoming workshop? This is going to be a life-changing event. So if you have not been asked, the question is, do you want to look and feel 10 years younger? And if that's you, if the answer is yes, then please make sure that you're registered because we only have a few seats left. And this is definitely, without a doubt, going to be a life-changing event. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this morning what causes people to age faster. I think many of us may have some idea on that, but I really want to punctuate the most important things. The most critical factors when it comes to age. And, there are a lot of things when it comes to anti-aging, but there are three main most important factors that stand out more than all the others. And number one is diet, or our nutrition. And another one is exercise, and really more the consistency and the type of exercise. And then the third one would be your ability to handle stress. And stress comes in many forms and flavors, physical, chemical, emotional, as examples. And we're going to cover some of those as well. And, as I've said before, our body is not designed to last forever. Like the tread on your tires or your favorite shoes, it all wears out at some point. But if everything is in alignment, you should get your best longevity out of that tread. And many studies have consistently shown a correlation, particularly with good posture and longevity. And this really makes sense since maintaining good spinal alignment prevents and actually slows down spinal degeneration. Many of you watching this right now have been diagnosed and you actually have a condition of degenerative disc disease. And one of the most important things that you can do to stay as young as possible, as long as possible, and feel good and move well and have a quality of life, your best quality of life, is to maintain regular chiropractic adjustments. That's what keeps the mobility in the joints and prevents degenerative disc disease from getting any worse. So don't ever forget that. That's really important. A study was published in the Journal of the American Medical Association years ago, and it measured poor posture and aging. And the conclusion of the study found that, in general, there's a correlation in body structure, which is your posture, your health, and span of survival. Basically, how long you live is directly proportional to how upright your posture is and how strong your posture is. So everything that we're doing here to help you regain and maintain your best alignment with your health comes hand in hand with what you're doing at home, with your home care and your adjusting schedule, and being consistent with both of those. So the application here really is just to be mindful of correcting anything that's compromising your posture or putting your spine in a bad position. It may be at work, it may be at home, sitting on a computer, looking down at a laptop, an iPhone, or an iPad, texting, sleeping on a couch or an old mattress, a soft mattress. You get the picture. We do all these things, and then you just wake up and one day you walk in and say, hey doc, this is really bothering me today, or this just came out of nowhere. Why? And there's a cause for every effect, and things happen for a reason. And the more that you're aware of this and conscious of these details, the more you can help support yourself in terms of having more good days and less bad days. And that's what we're striving for here. So another thing to consider is really continuing to learn more when it comes to postural corrective exercises, spinal strengthening exercises, and not just learning it, but obviously applying it. And, this along with regular chiropractic adjustments really, honestly, is the secret weapon used by multi-million-dollar athletes competing in every professional sport today: football, baseball, golf. You're not going to find a top performer in any athletic industry that does not get regular chiropractic adjustments so that they can maintain peak performance. And so how much more important is it to keep ourselves and our families as healthy as possible? And this is the best and most important way to use chiropractic care, not just to get well, but also to stay well. And then most importantly, to maintain your highest level of health, your best version of yourself, peak performance when it comes to your health. How many of you listening to this right now want to be the best version of yourself, want to be at 100% of what God created you to be? I know I do. I know you do. And I can tell you right now that that is impossible to achieve if you're eating organic food and you're exercising, but your spine is rapidly degenerating and you have multiple levels of nerve interference in your spine, shutting off vital nerve supply from your brain to your body. It's impossible, because your spine and your nervous system is the master circuit breaker supplying all the power, energy, and intelligence. And that first must have maintenance and be working at 100% in order for your health to be at 100%. Doesn't matter how good you eat and how much you exercise. Regular chiropractic adjustments must be at the foundation of any high performance health plan, whether it be a multi-million-dollar athlete or any family, any person looking to raise a healthy family. So please remember that. That's vitally important, probably the most important thing that I can share with you today. Another study, and like I said, multiple studies support this, but another study out of the Journal of Manipulative and Physiologic Therapeutics studied 311 chiropractic patients ages 65 and older who received maintenance care for 5 years or longer versus healthy citizens the same age. The results established that chiropractic patients had 60% fewer hospital admissions, 62% less surgeries, and 85% less pharmaceutical costs. So if it's important to you to go to doctors less, take less medication, avoid hospitals, again, this is the secret weapon used by the healthiest people on the planet. Regular chiropractic care, maintenance care, wellness care. This is where it all comes into play, and this is where the rubber meets the road. And I just wanted to share this with you before I sign off. I read Veronica, she left this 5-star review for us on Google, and it was really encouraging to hear from her and just for her to share her progress. And it's just very encouraging. She's encouraged, I'm encouraged, and I wanted to share this with you because this is really what it all boils down to when somebody's life changes. She said, I contracted COVID in March 2021 and again in January 2022. I've had a long haul with COVID-like symptoms like shortness of breath, fatigue, panic attacks, heart palpitations, neuropathy, urinary skin problems, and gastric disorders. After much suffering and not much relief, I decided that I'd try Dr. Yachter, who's helped me about 10 years ago. He helped me with acid reflux. It was the right decision because now, after a month of chiropractic care, for the first time in over a year, I've had relief from most of my symptoms. I know that I need to continue this treatment for some time, but it's worth having my life as I know it back on track. My gratitude to Dr. Yachter and his team. So, my thoughts are, how many, hundreds or thousands of people out there are still, not well. They've gone through COVID, or who knows what kind of illness or sickness or symptoms or disease or condition that they've been suffering for years or decades, even before COVID. And they still haven't found an answer. And, chiropractic is not a cure, but one thing that I can tell you, hands down, black and white, is that it doesn't matter what the health problem is or the condition is, they can always do better under chiropractic care. They can always perform better. Their health can be stronger. Their nervous system can be stronger. They always have a better outcome and a better chance of health and healing with chiropractic adjustments. After nearly 30 years of doing this, there is not a shred of doubt in my mind. And it doesn't matter what the condition is. If somebody gets adjusted, they get healthier. That's a law. So keep that in mind when we have this workshop coming up. Ask yourself, who do you know that's hurting, that's suffering, that still has a health issue? They need help. What's one of the easiest things that you can do to connect them with this message of hope, health, and healing? Bring them to a workshop. And we have this workshop coming up in a short while here, in just a few days. You can bring them as a guest. And you'll learn all about how to age gracefully, how to actually reverse aging in some areas of your health, Look and feel 10 years younger, increase your energy by 20 to 30%, improve your sleep and your mental clarity, and very important, prevent Alzheimer's disease and dementia, which is on the rise now. So you'll learn all of this and a whole lot more at our upcoming anti-aging and detox blockbuster workshop events coming up Monday, May 9th at 5:45. So click the registration link below, or if you're listening in the office now, walk right up to the front desk. Make sure your names are on that registration list for you and your guests so we can reserve seats. So thank you so much for joining me today and listening. I love and appreciate you. God bless.